what's up, y'all? Exodus 1, aka Indigo Sky, aka Trigger Ranking. What in the hell? You saying I've been on here for 67 hours? What? I don't know what's going on with the live, y'all, but y'all come on in. Look like I'm gonna have 67 hours on this live. That's good for me though. Damn. What the hell? 67 hours. It ain't even been. I'm gonna let them do what they do. I'm just gonna be quiet about it. What y'all? What's up, everybody? Y'all already know where we going with it today. First we gonna stop over there at our friends out there in Cali. We going to Most Scandalous Los Angeles, so we're gonna. Y'all coming in? Tell me where y'all tapping in from. City, state, Providence. Let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it.
Let's stop that right there.
Hold on.
Get that. Let me get some of that. At least some.
So this one is Most Scandalous Los Angeles TV. Damu and Keyway Conversation. Big U calls out all the Rainbow Rats.
The stations.
How much money he made on DoorDash?
So look, so she thinks she's supposed to be able because she got a vagina.
Right.
You supposed to shy away and cower away because you're intimidated by the law of the land, right? She can assault you, rape you with impunity, right? I mean, is this what she must have been thinking?
It's exactly what she was thinking. Let me tell you what you didn't see. See, what really got me was I didn't even see her. I didn't even see her. I really didn't see her. I came in, I scanned the room, I seen some women.
So y'all hit that light, run the lights
white
up.
people, and I seen a bunch of brothers in suits. And I was going to go, get right to the party, right?
Right.
In the situation, honestly, I did not see her. So she said to me, well, oh, nigga, you gonna act like you ain't seen me? You act like you ain't seen nobody? Bro, I immediately caught her voice.
Is she stalking you?
Man, I immediately, when I tell you, I was thinking like, where these other niggas at? Well, the first thing I said, so I look past her. For, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay,
To see what the play is.
Because right. Talking about, we gonna destroy you. We gonna do this. We finna do this, nigga. You finna go to jail. And then she talking about calling the police. So when she said call the police, she saved me, right? She immediately saved me because I'm thinking like, oh.
Damn, son.
Let me get in mode. I'm in mode. Because I always, try to think ahead. Right. She said that, she told me she gonna destroy me. Then I'm laughing at her like.
That's Big U before he got locked up, y'all. Big U. Big Eugene Henley.
After the situation, because I'm thinking like.
I ain't got premium,
Don't
so I
just
might have a
take a
couple commercials
vacation.
coming in.
Escape to a Vacasa vacation rental. From the mountains to the sea. Enjoy.
After the situation, because I'm thinking like. How do I get out of this shit? Where my exit at?
Right.
You know what I mean? I see some little girl. I see some little girl. I see another little brother. I see a brother that's with her. Yeah, eventually she said it was her daughter. And I'm looking like, man, this ain't threatening at all, but let me get the fuck up out of here. Then she said, get the phone. She said to the little girl to give her the phone. And I think, oh shit, no, let me record too. So I grabbed my phone. Right. I started recording. You guys seen everything from there. You know what I mean? So but one thing I ain't gonna do, bro, I ain't gonna fight no woman, ain't no homosexual. And I don't want that big debate. I don't want that. But if you fight where? If you fight
You trying to fight DS too bad, I mean.
Then that's in the category. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, he in that category. An exception, is that what it is?
You know what I'm saying? We might have to make this change. And the other one. And the other one I already touched on. You know what I mean?
You talking about Christopher Love, boy.
Yeah.
Wait, that everybody heard that. Wait, you say you already touched on
Already touched on
Love, boy.
Already touched on her.
You ain't touched on me. You ain't hit me. You ain't
Already
hit me.
touched on her. Hey, I went to Mexico with her like 4 times, 4 different fights. And I paid for the little Mexicans to take the dive.
Oh yeah, they gonna take the dive, so you pay them.
Yeah. You pay them $100 and it goes up. It's, yeah, that's how you got the nice, you know, nobody doesn't see
you for this busted?
Yeah, I went to Mexico when it's too done. Let me show you that 3-4 times.
See, I didn't know it was that deep. How did you meet this dude, bro? I like a history with no history. It's just
No, what it was is he came as a band. He came around.
Oh yeah, Hulk Hogan passed, y'all.
And you know, if you
Hulk Hogan passed. They say he died of a heart attack. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner too. Great brother, seemed like a great brother. I don't know the guy, you know what I'm saying, personally, but just from the roles that he picked, the way he moved in Hollywood, it's just saying like, you know, seemed like he was a great person, you know what I mean? I'm coming right back, y'all. Give me a second. So we got two legends passed away, man. They are no longer among us. So yeah, they gone, man. Never forgotten, but they definitely gone, brother. I don't know if anybody ever heard this, but they got a saying. I don't know if it's a Southern thing because I'm from the South, but I often hear them say, when people die, they die in threes. I don't know. Y'all might have never heard that before.
and
Where y'all tapping in from? Hey, what's up? What's up? E.B. Smalls, A Wish. What's up? Crispy. What's up?
Anybody in prison, anybody, don't matter.
Oh yeah, Ozzy Osbourne. So then those were the three.
He ain't never
Damn, those are the three. Those are the fucking three. Ozzy Osbourne, Malcolm Jamal Warner, and Hulk Hogan. Wow. That's crazy. I didn't even think about it. I forgot Ozzy Osbourne died.
He had a couple different plays. He was a scammer and a schemer.
well, still a scammer and a schemer.
Still a scammer and a schemer.
That nigga paying to play.
But you know what I mean?
Hey man, don't hate the payer.
You can't hate the payer.
Yeah.
This is the question I got. This is the question I got for you, Big U. Who is the we she keeps saying we gonna take you down? Who's the we behind this?
The we was the one she called on the phone.
Oh, the CS
Damn,
back
son.
137 confidential source character. Got it.
She called somebody on the phone.
Damn, son.
You know what I mean? And who was that? If you listen, this I want to say to the sisters, right? Because I want the sisters, I ain't never in my life done that to no woman, bro. I was raised by I had 2 big sisters, 2 little sisters, black sisters, and my older sister raised my little sister. And I was raised by my mom. My daddy wasn't in our house. So it was me squabbling for my sisters. They won. Never hit a woman, my guy. I ain't never done that. So my mama told me the same thing I told my millionaire son. Don't argue with no women. I ain't even argue with no woman, bro. I'm getting up out of there or letting it go. Period. But you don't get to do what you're doing. And since she already had levied lies and threats against me,
Right.
my only recourse is to protect myself.
Correct.
Right.
I'm a call. If there was another female and it was another situation we was arguing, then the situation would be different. Gravely different.
Right.
But you already lied on me. You already lied on me. You already accused me of stuff of beating you. You sitting there on camera, and I mean, dog, this is serious. If you see what she was doing, she got the phone when she seen out.
Man, that lady was going crazy, bro. Like, we watched it last night. We watched the actual video that they're talking about. We watched it last night. But it was crazy. Like, she was like, talking about he made her almost lose her baby and this and that, and he put his hands on her. And from what he's saying, he never hit on a woman. He even told his son never hit a woman. So, I mean, who's to say? I mean, we don't know who telling the truth, but he locked up now. He locked up for unaliving a young football player and rapper.
And she walked all the way far enough for everybody to see her. She wanted everybody to see her make a show.
Well, she most definitely did.
How much respect do you have for
She was
your
definitely
own
making a
kids?
scene, though.
She didn't have no respect for her kids. She had no respect for her kids.
No, definitely don't. And what kind of example is she leading by behaving like that in a public setting where you guys have like a gala or something at the hotel for nonprofit and philanthropy? Right.
And so, secondly, let me give y'all this.
Damn, I didn't know that.
I've been to jail for assault.
So basically, they saying that where she blew up on Big U at, they were having something for like, you know, Big U was very connected with well, he has his own nonprofit. I forget the name of it. Something options, developing options or something like that. I think it's developing options. But yeah, that would definitely make him look real bad because the things she was screaming and saying and stuff like that, it was kind of like, ooh, I hope you ain't do that, Big U. Like, I mean,
yeah.
For whooping 3 Negroes' asses who was in the army, I went to jail. Because they said that I did too much. So once they found out I was up in them gloves and I knew how to kick, they came and charged me extra. Put up my arrest record. 1985, covered water with skate ring. I went to jail for assaulting 3 people. I did. You see, Big U Hilly, pull it up. They charged me with assault. And I was the one that they tried to rush.
damn, he beat up
They
3
reversed it
people.
on me.
So I don't know if y'all know. Hey, look, I don't know if y'all know, but the movie Friday, this guy right here talking, the character Debo is based off of Big U. Damn! That's crazy. Man say he beat up 3 people.
You beat up 3 sailors, huh?
I beat up 3 sailors. You know what I'm saying?
Skipper to
1985.
Oh man.
And they charged me with being a martial arts expert and all kind of other shit. An assault told me that I was the battery started once you kicked him when he was on the ground. Well, it was 3-on-1, sir. It was 3-on-1.
Yeah, 3-on-1, that ain't fair, though, bro. 3-on-1,
No,
that's
I'm
not
telling you
fair.
what I ain't already
So
had.
basically, I feel
I'm
like
telling you.
3-on-1, he shouldn't have got locked up. If 3 people trying to rush you and you whip all their ass, that's their fault. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do some dumb shit, at least be smart about it. God damn, y'all gonna jump and whip his ass. I mean, that's what jumping is, right? Shit.
What I've been through already.
Damn.
I also went to jail and prison for knocking a dude head off. I had to stop.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, and then 3 years, 9 months in the shoe, and a year in the hole, waiting to be transferred.
No one ever told me an acoustic imager that costs just over $1,000 could do so much.
Vacuum leak detect.
Bro say he knocked somebody eye out their head. God damn. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro,
And
so he
then,
got
and
somebody
then 3
eye
months, 9
in
months
here,
in the
like,
stew, and a year in the hole, waiting to be transferred.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
don't think most motherfuckers ain't never been to the hole.
So
or even locked up out here.
I guess the point that Big you trying to make, bro, like, if he beat up 3 men, this woman shouldn't even be alive. If you could beat up 3 niggas out of the military, bro, whoop their ass, and they lock you up, yeah, I don't think he did nothing to this lady. The story looking slimmer and slimmer now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I think he's talking.
Yeah, I'm driving through hot area.
Okay. Well, look, I don't want to get. I want the details of why you had to put tips on Christopher Love Boy.
Man, because that right there, he swears it down. He ain't like.
Because we didn't even know. Well, I had heard rumbles,
Right.
but this is the first time you went public about how you had to slap him around like a little hoe. He did call him a bitch.
That he did.
Hey, he ain't called me no bitch. I'm saying, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying? I'm
he
right
had
here.
technical difficulties. He'll be back in. But they talk about what he mean. He knocked somebody's eye out his eye socket. Yeah, he knocked somebody's eye out his
Out their head.
The socket of the eye was hanging out. You heard what he said, right?
Damn.
Come
No,
on,
that-
man. Come on.
No, that was a prison. No, the eye socket was a prison.
Okay, but look, you got to give us the details on why you had to
We opened my
slap
home.
Love Boy.
We wasn't flat boxing. We was in gloves.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We wasn't flat boxing. We was in gloves. We was at my little homeboy house. My little homeboy was like, man, and the money was just him. It was him and another one of my little homeboys. We all got the gloves. I got the glove with both of them. And I told him, I said, and he pumping him up to get in the glove. He's like, man, let me just see what you got. Okay, you can see what I got. He put the gloves on.
Oh, he wanted to test the waters,
Yeah,
man.
that's what it was. He been looking up to you, but he wanted to be like you, huh?
That was Keyway conversations.
Well, no, he couldn't be like me.
Yeah,
Because
shout
he had
out
to
to you
be
with
like me.
conversation.
You know what I mean? And that's the problem with these dudes right now today. They fighting against history. They fighting against history. These dudes are fighting against something them already done with. And it's laughable how they all keep saying, oh man, he's a Crip, he's this. Bro, I don't got nothing to exercise Crip nor blood on my page. I don't exercise Crip nor blood on nothing. I exercise peace. I'm 57 years old. I get to not do that. I got nothing to prove.
Damn, he was cooking.
Man, he cooking, man. He cooking.
He going through a bad area.
None of that.
Crenshaw District, upgrade y'all subscriber, my nigga. See, that's what you see what happened when you a cougar.
That nigga whack.
The
Hey,
cougars.
that
there you go,
nigga,
man.
Big U.
Dorsey God. Hey.
Hey, Big U took them 2 sailors through a demonstration. Hey, this man beat up 3 people, shot. Hell
I'm waiting for Big U to come back. But damn.
Hey, I'm about to do it, Don. What you talking about? I'm right here on the bread stocking. It's y'all.
sliding outside.
It's y'all internet, man, that's tripping.
Oh yeah, it's terrible over there. You right.
I'm
Damn,
right
I
here.
shot myself in the leg bringing that up. So,
Yeah.
so y'all get in the glove, and then what was how that go? Was it 1 round? Did he fight back? Did he get any leg?
Nah, he did some old bull crap. You gotta understand, man. Where I come from, we love boxers. Where I come from, we love boxers. We love people that stationary, throwing jabs, and they throw a jab, wait for it to come back, throw a hook, whatever they're gonna throw. That's what we wait for.
Right.
I fight different. You know what I mean? Like, I fight like you see with these MMA dudes. You know, we got rules. If an MMA, I feel like ain't no MMA ever supposed to lose to nobody. Period. And that's only way that's gonna happen is we have to confine and conform to their rules. Everything that we're able to do, everything we're able to learn and do, I'm gonna give it to him. On all level of talent, I'm gonna give him everything that my mama ever paid me to learn, Jack.
When you told him to pull up that you need that, you out there every day. I mean, what's the hold up? He told him about you every day. He just want to talk, man. He just want to talk, man.
He put up on a 64. He put up on a 64-year-old man. He can do that to me too, because I'm not gonna have no blood.
I think he's talking about 600.
I don't ride around.
I think he's talking about what he gonna do to 600, or what he did to 600. I don't know if he had a demonstration with 600. This nigga had a demonstration. Like what? What happened again now? Shit crazy, bro.
Lord, I don't need one. You know what I mean? I don't do nothing to nobody, but I'm not going to have no blood.
And he's still scared?
He ain't pulled up.
Well, we do need to understand the fact that he don't just got a blower, he got a registered firearm.
No, that's a good question.
Why
did you say that he don't have a registered firearm?
Well, he said he don't have.
Well, this is what I said. I said, I don't know what he got, but I'd like him to pull the paperwork up, just got it, and let us see it. Secondly, I don't know how he had a felony. He had a felony before everybody else. He had a felony
bro, you got a felony, you can't have no gun. But it's thousands upon thousands of niggas who definitely got felonies and carry pistols on them. Because they'll rather be judged by 12 and carried by 6.
Fraud at school making fake paperwork. He know that. And then he saying himself, only admittedly, he been in jail for other felonies. And get the felony off, don't get you no burner license.
Hell no.
Now I don't know, maybe they was dropped in misdemeanors, but why would you have why you need a burner and go parading around to the world that you got it, so everybody be scared? I don't get that.
Yeah,
if you're an accomplished championship boxer, you ain't never heard Mike Tyson run around now one time talking about, I got a blue. Your glory is on hand.
Damu Kiwe conversations.
Yeah, now that's the motherfucking fact. So, okay, so he not really active. He wasn't no gang member, but he was a bad. So people let him hang around. And he was like a sympathizer, is what you said. He's a so sympathizer, right?
Everybody had him, man. I wouldn't encourage nobody.
It was hard for us on that west side, did you? Well, I had to trick niggas to gang bang this shit, man. They say you gotta be crazy to be a blood in LA, man. And
it was back then. It was difficult, man. I mean, you know how it was.
Yeah. So, but you're right. We do got a lot of sympathizers there. I guess it's trendy to be a down there. But yeah, what about Loose Caboose Cannon, man? With this
man, we're not ever gonna address him.
Who is this Loose Caboose?
I'm not gonna address. Listen, man, ever.
Okay, so Loose Caboose trying to set you up. We ain't gonna address him.
Come on, man. Have you ever heard anybody? Hey, even the other dude we talking about right now ain't even said that I landed stuff to him and what's his name? What's that boy real name?
I hope he ain't talking about Cass
What's his name? What's that boy real name?
Cass McElroy.
The other boy said.
PS2 back.
Nah, not him, the other one. The newest one they got.
Brick Baby.
You
Is it
talking?
Rosé?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his real name? He don't need to be called. That's the good name.
I don't even know. I don't know him, so I can't.
That's the good name over there. With all due respect, I never disrespect that name. You know,
Right.
where dude is going and what dude is doing is not even sinister, it's hurtful.
Wow.
To see somebody who used to be, damn, like that one is a shot. That's the real one. That's the only real one. That's the only real one. The other one, I expect everything from him. I'm not shocked by another. The only one I'm really shocked by is that.
So, can I ask you this, Big U? What would make, being that you know this individual as far as the name being good, what would make you think that he would compromise his morals, his integrity, and everything to go on?
Finances, man, that's all I can do. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, some people fold and snitch and do all this stuff under pressure.
Right.
I mean, I understand that, but finances is the only thing I can think about. Trying to find a way to eat. And I mean, when you cut somebody's throat who never did nothing to you, so I'm gonna tell you, that's the only one that, you know what I mean? The other ones, I expect all that, because they never was, you know what I mean?
Right. They never had a voice, never had a name.
Okay, nobody solid now though. I can't say he's solid now, not when he get on his podcast and implicate you as being the last person seen at 2 different murder scenes, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know, that's what I said, we're not even going, I'm off of here, let's go on to the next, but I'm gonna say this though, and I say this to all of my family, all the time, listen. It's about 15 to 20,000, right? People from that section that I was born in, right? Don't think ever one bad apple don't represent our section. It ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna happen. So when people be saying we falling off, we looking bad, no, we not. They looking bad. He is. There's only one, and it's the one I'm not talking about.
Right.
The other ones ain't never gonna stop coming. We all done seen them in prison. We done seen them on the streets. We done seen them come and go. We just experienced it all out loud. We're experiencing art universe out loud, where everybody else is behind closed doors and not as loud though, and ours has the stage. But it's still only one. It's still only one. And even if you count these other weirdos, that's still 53. Yeah, if you're talking about a couple of thousand, how does 3 equate to, you know what I mean?
yeah, that's
Damn,
not
son.
even a minority. It's
not even a minority. So I would like people to stop saying, you know, let's do the facts. Because there ain't never going to be a time in history where somebody don't go bad. Niggas get arrested every day and go bad. Don't get to saying because our section got one turn up out of a couple of 100,000. No, dog.
Yeah, I think that's just a microcosm of a bigger problem that's going around everywhere. But they can
And listen, I got to say this one more time before I bounce. Where the goddamn video at of this boy supposed to have me calling him?
Man, you know, damn. Man, listen. He's running with a narrative spinner and a fake play runner. You know that shit ain't true. We know that ain't true, man.
Hey, no, I can't let you up out of here until you answer this though, Big U.
Let's go.
CS2 back and a fight on Brian Hurst. What you remember about him?
Damn, son.
Brian Hurst in like 58.
I don't remember him having a fight on Brian. I remember him getting slapped at my shop.
Damn.
Like Avery Mitchell, rest in peace.
Damn, son.
He got slapped by Avery Mitchell, rest in peace. Did he fight back?
Damn, son. Let's say that nigga got. Let's keep going.
No, he pulled his blower, then the homie was gonna do his thing, but he already, what happened was they was having words over the 6'9", and the 6ix9ine and Trippie Redd situation. Andy was bodyguard for Trippie Redd at the time. And 6ix9ine and his crew rolled down on Trippie Redd there. And then we called and like, hold on, y'all rolled down there where my family is the security. And that's how that got. So then the dude got on the phone and the play was coming together, so somehow they ended up having work. Because they just never liked each other from a relationship that they had over one of the other bodyguards.
Right.
So we ended up beating up at my shop, not for them to get down, but it was for us to square it off. And then now you gotta remember, dog is with me.
Right.
So it don't matter if you with me, I'll make my job to protect you. So you straight if you with me wherever we at. So him and bro was having words. So we was going in the shop. I didn't have a chance to open the gate. A dog get off on Andy.
I'm about to hop right back in, y'all. My stream keep going in and out, so I'm about to hop right back in. I'll be back. Peace, y'all been kicking with me in the Karma Cafe, but I'm coming right back, though. Hold on. Let me see. If it cut again, I'm gonna end it. But I'm trying to get through the rest of at least the rest of this video.
Right? But that's the only thing I ain't never been nowhere else with it.
But I thought he the one that beat up the two white boys on camera. What? Is that authentic?
Do you see them pushing that narrative? You see them pushing that story? No.
Man, you know that was a fake fight, man.
No, that was a fake.
Hey, how did you come up with that idea?
That was my kid. That was my kid. That was my kid. I was gonna put down. I told him about it. This dude, he's so famous. He wouldn't put the skit together. Stole the skit. Then when I told him that CNN was calling, and what he heard him, they wanted Jesse Sputter, he heard him took that shit down. Talking about he was getting charged, and he was gonna get charged and all that. Man, come on, go.
Hey. And so he took your idea to market the little white boy, what was they, rappers or something you had?
Yeah. Took the whole skit, put the skit together. You think I'm lying? You can get any one of them on there and they're gonna tell you. I didn't have my white boys. I got the white boys who was gonna do it, my white boys from Orange County. And the only reason we didn't do it because it really happened to what's his name? The rapper, Clinton Eastwood.
Okay.
Okay.
It really did happen to Eastwood, remember?
Yes.
So Eastwood was somewhere rolling by a protest or something, and he ended up getting into it with the skinhead. So we was like, oh, we gonna move it to our next place.
Ah, yeah, man. So
you gotta understand, right?
he MC Gusto then, right? He's CB for what you want to be for.
Hey, check this out.
Yeah.
I can go on my own phone and I can pull up the receipt. Tell him to lie about it.
Hey, but look, I know you gotta go, man. I know you trying to break fast and get to your what you call it, man. Listen, I know you wanna invite these people to your presence that got all of this negative bullshit to say, trying to politic and backdoor and all kind of bullshit on the internet, though. So go ahead and give them your invitation, man, and go ahead and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Double eBay conversations.
He might be on the phone. Draws, you can hear me? We can't hear you.
He might have got a call.
Yeah, more than likely. His shit be blowing up.
This shit funny, bro.
If he bounced out, shit, he might come back in. He bounced out?
Yeah, his device is not connected. So he gonna have to come back in. He'll come in
Yeah, man, it's a good thing that he came on and gave his disposition on everything, so these individuals can hear him say out of his mouth how, when, why everything transpired the way it did. You got individuals behind the scenes trying to set him up, put things on him, running plays, fake narratives, all because of who he is, who he was, and who he's trying to become. So again, it's like, this ain't nothing but a warning and an understanding. Just because you real don't mean everybody gonna like you. You know what I'm saying? Just because you stand on business. Yo, okay.
All right, so I know you wanted to give an invitation to these ladies to where you at, an open invitation, man, since you said you need that. So go ahead and do that before you get up out of here, big you.
I need that from everybody but the woman y'all sent.
That part.
You know what I mean? I'm on the block every day. Same way my little homies was telling me to pull up in the parking lot.
Yeah.
They can come get that. I'm 57 years old. And I don't wear nothing but sweatpants. And I don't got a blower. I'm not gonna have no blower. Gear is fucking key. I didn't have one when I seen her. I'm not gonna have one when I see y'all.
There you go.
No, ain't no reason to be scared. Not with a little sweat going around.
Man, you know they scared. You know half of them dudes ain't really never had no fight like that, man. Come on, it ain't.
Not like I'm gonna give them.
Hey,
no, I ain't worried about it. You know,
right.
Yo,
Hey, thanks again for pulling up the Damu Keyway conversation. We was trying to get on the app and open the room.
It'll be ready. My man just went man down right now, but it'll be ready by tomorrow. Next time I get on, it'll be on that. So we on this business. But I can tell you this much, so you can go tell all the rest of them we talking about. I'm a cop because I protected myself. Look at this. My son's a millionaire, and I tell any other kid that's a millionaire, any other black man that's doing what he's doing. We're the most hunted people on this block. There's nobody more hunted than us on this block. If somebody tell you who they are, she already told me she was gonna call the police on me or do all this other shit, right? You better protect yourself. Right. Get away if you can, because if you do something to any of these women, you're gonna pay the price.
That's a fact.
You're gonna pay the price. And just before he told me, he didn't want me to press charges. It's funny how she said the thing, the police said, but they said, they didn't know you don't have to press charges. I said, nah, bro. She already accused me of beating on her. And she did all that on camera just to make it a matter of record. Gotta understand what she's doing. There is no record of me ever doing nothing to her. Right. But had I allowed her to film that encounter without a reaction, then she would have established in everybody's mind something that happened. Right. No, baby, you ain't gonna do that. I ain't never touched you. And I'm gonna tell y'all another thing. You notice she never says a date?
Right.
Like, when did this happen? And you better have the date correctly, because I was doing a lot of driving then. So whenever date you come over, you better make sure the date is correct.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And then she's talking about I started her in 2009, 2010, but you did my show in 2014. You was with me all the 18, 19, and I got pictures of us together, 20 and all that. When did you become so hurt that now all of a sudden you give a whack every time you hear my name, you crying? You break it down. This shit is crazy. Then secondly, if you was that scared of Big U, that he tied you or beat you down, what stopped me from doing anything to you in that thing? You didn't look like you was scared of nothing, bro. She didn't look like she was scared of nothing and nobody.
She did.
Right.
She did.
At no point in that engagement Did she look like she feared anybody, me or anybody else?
Well, maybe she felt protected by CS2 back. Maybe she already know he working.
I mean, it is what he was on the phone.
Yeah.
Give
First
everybody-
person you call is we. Let me get out of here. I'm gonna hit y'all back. Got a little.
All right, salute. Salute.
Salute. Salute.
It's official. You know, my brother's putting out the album Victory Last. It's the All-Star Week again.
All right, we had the Petty Show. Petty Show. This one is about Nipsey Hussle. They say Nipsey Hussle, Punk, Diddy, and Last videos together. But so Nipsey Hussle is a Crip, Rolling 60 Crip. Diddy is supposed to be connected to the Crips too, because he had ties with Keefy D, and you know Keefy D is a Crip. So listen to the video.
LA, yeah, love is back in the air. Yeah, the music is in a certain pocket. I really want y'all to check out this album.
Because you and Diddy formed a relationship, I assume through Lauren London and Cassie.
Yeah. But threw me the alley-oop, you know.
Oh, you with Lauren?
No, I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
But then see, Moose is the one that introduced Nip. Diddy couldn't even get to Nip, even though he had ties in LA.
We gotta go back to the break. We gonna go back to the break with this time. Clap all night. Yeah.
The last time Nipsey Hussle and Diddy were seen on camera together, something shifted, and months later, Nipsey was dead. It was supposed to be a powerful link-up between two moguls, but behind the scenes, the energy was off, and Diddy looked pressed. But Nipsey didn't flinch. He held his ground, and in doing so, might have triggered something darker than anyone expected. Now, years later, that moment is going viral again, and with Lauren London's name suddenly surfacing in Diddy's federal jury pool, fans are connecting dots that were never meant to be seen. Because what looked like an innocent collab may have been a setup in plain sight. And the theory that's resurfaced louder than ever, Nipsey Hussle punked.
And that nigga was working on his last album. The album came out like right before he died. I mean, not right before. Yeah, right before he died. Album came out right before he died, bro. Like, this shit. I mean, everything we listening to is alleged. This is allegedly. I'm just gonna put that in the video. Allegedly.
Diddy in public, and Diddy ordered payback, because that wasn't just a tense moment. It may have been the exact second Nipsey sealed his fate. And if you think this is a stretch, just wait. This story will change the way you view everyone tied to Nipsey's legacy, especially the ones who stayed quiet. It's barely 30 seconds of footage, but it literally tells you everything you need to know. Diddy, surrounded by his girls, Cassie on one side, Lauren London on the other. He was running the room like he always does. He's not even making music at this point, he's making a scene. The track plays in the background. Nipsey Hussle starts clapping, feeling the vibe. It's light, it's confident, and it's real, until Diddy shuts it down.
We gotta go back to the break. We gonna go back to the break with this time. Clap all night.
But then Nipsey doesn't check to see who's watching.
Clap all night, nigga.
But the tension in the room is thick. Diddy tries to laugh it off, but it doesn't land. His tone goes from playful to pressed. Then, almost out of nowhere, he looks at Lauren London and says this. Lauren clapped along, even Cassie joined in, and Nipsey, he's just watching it all, calm.
Damn.
And the internet caught that fast. Some said, definitely a jab to hit Nipsey go.
I never looked at it like that. Let me rewind that right quick. Let me rewind that. Hold on. Hold on. We gotta run.
May have been the exact second Nipsey sealed his fate. And if you think this is a stretch, just wait. This story will change the way you view everything tied to Nipsey's legacy, especially the ones who stayed quiet.
Yeah,
it's barely 30 seconds of footage, but it literally tells you everything you need to know. Diddy, surrounded by his girls, Cassie on one side, Lauren London on the other. He was running the room like he always does. He's not even making music at this point, he's making a scene. The track plays in the background. Nipsey Hussle starts clapping, feeling the vibe. It's light, it's confident, and it's real, until Diddy shuts it down.
We gotta go back to the break. We're gonna go back to the break when we clap all night.
But then Nipsey doesn't flinch, doesn't look around, doesn't check to see who's watching. But the tension in the room is thick. Diddy tries to laugh it off, but it doesn't land. His tone goes from playful to pressed. Then, almost out of nowhere, he looks at Lauren London and says this. Almost out of nowhere, he looks at Lauren London and says this.
They playing in there. Damn, that's crazy.
Lauren clapped along, even Cassie joined in, and Nipsey, he's just watching it all, calm. And the internet caught that fast. Some said, definitely a jab to hit Nipsey go. Nip clapping because he knows he's surrounded with demons. Another wrote, the fact that he spoke to this man lady while exhausting the same breath of not clapping again speaks volumes. Sean Combs, you and the rest of the crew will get what we all knew you deserved. A third one said, Puff tried to rob him of his joy, then attempted that low vibrational binding attempt to get Nip to lose his cool. Fans started slowing the clip down, analyzing expressions, zooming in on body language. Diddy came off like he was checking Nipsey, but Nip, he made it very clear that he doesn't get checked. Not by Diddy, not by anyone. And this is where everything starts shifting. Not long after that clip started recirculating, Jaguar Wright
That's how you gotta do, bro. Like Nip, I'm sure he ain't had as much money as Diddy, but he was on his way to being where Diddy was at. But he had like a more pure, he had more pure spirit, like to try to do the right thing, because you could see the endeavors that he had. He tried to help children. He tried to help the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, buy property, you know what I mean? He was like a beacon of light in LA, bro, and they had to take that out because it was damn near too positive for them, bro.
Forward with a theory, one that's been dismissed by mainstream outlets but whispered in industry circles since 2019.
Because if you were capable of doing what they're saying that you did, you rock out. But we believe that you were capable of doing it to Nick because he was about to equip you. All the secret meetings with Diddy and y'all knew that they put Lauren on him.
According to Jaguar, that studio moment didn't just bruise Diddy's ego, it exposed him. It was a crack in the mask. A powerful mogul getting G-checked by a younger, more respected artist on camera in front of his own girls. And Jaguar didn't stop there. She doubled down, claiming that Diddy didn't just feel played. He started making calls. She thought Lauren and Snoop Dogg had something to do with it too.
She don't. Omar, who loved her madly, for Nipsey was no good.
What?
All those Skin Diddy parties. All of the support that Snoop has for Honeycomb. Truth been moving this out the way, Snoop, allegedly. He felt we doing that. Y'all felt we doing that. Moved him out of the way because he was about to give Dr. Sadie to the world all over again, just like he slept all over.
Like, you know, you can say that, but the dude that got locked up for unaliving him, like, how do we know he had any kind of connection to Diddy and all this other stuff? They say this dude, well, the story goes, but this is the initial story. Then Cowboy came and said something after that. I'll tell what actually happened. So, and I done been to where Nipsey Hussle passed away at. I was at the Marathon store. I was there before. Let me see. How can I say this? The dude that supposedly had unalived Nipsey Hussle, basically they were saying that, you know, Nipsey Hussle asked him about some paperwork or something like that, like talking about he was, you know, telling. So he was like, basically, you can't really come around here no more until, like, basically, like, you know what I'm saying? You give up, you shoot the paperwork. So I guess the dude got upset about what Nip said, and he left, came back, put on a red shirt, went back up there with his girl, had her sit in the alley, and he ran around the block and unalived Nipsey Hussle. Crazy. That's crazy. But when Cowboy went on the stand, because Cowboy was there, but Cowboy so happily just walked inside the store before Nip got shot or whatever. But the craziest part about it is like, when he came back and killed them, bro, like, he shot him until he knew he was dead. Like, it was just like, it did seem like it was a hit to me. To me, it seemed like it was a hit. Like, I was like, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that seemed like some. But anyway, let's keep going with it.
This is where Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, backs the theory in a more cryptic way. In his interview with The Art of Dialogue, he said this.
You gotta watch what you say to these demons.
R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle.
And I might have put him in the same category. Fell to the ground straight like he was dead the day we did that. He did that ritual in the park before he went to trial with Sean.
He didn't know Nip personally, but he knew this.
Now, you take a spiritual person who's asking for something. He said, I wanted that same feel as life after death. That same feel was that Biggie got murdered and he went on to sell about $10 million or 10 million copies. I was saying, you gotta watch what you say to me, because it just might come true. You just gotta watch what you say, brother.
Gene also said that Nipsey once told Diddy he wanted his music to have the same feel as Life After Death, Biggie's final album. That might sound innocent to most, but in context, it feels heavy, because Nipsey ended up with the same fate, gunned down, too young, at the height of his career. And Gene's point was clear. You start talking legacy, death, energy, spirit, and you might attract something you didn't mean to call in. So now fans start putting the pieces together. Nipsey challenges Diddy in the studio. Nipsey's final album is already finished, but Diddy inserts himself. Diddy gains executive producer credit from that move. Less than a year later, Nipsey is dead. And here's where the Lauren London connection becomes more important than ever. Because if she was close to Cassie, close to Capricorn Clark, and introduced Nipsey to Puff, then what else was she looped into? Jaguar says she was the one who brought Nipsey to Diddy, on purpose.
Your sister got to get a job working for the devil?
Same old phone? Nah. Upgraded to the
y'all
new
ain't got
Galaxy
premium.
Z
Give me a
Fold 7.
second. I'm gonna fly past this commercial.
Because I'm accusing you now, Lauren. You work with Diddy to line up for baby daddy, just like Khalees. Work with Naskia to line up Nas.
And whether you believe Jaguar or not, the receipts started piling up. And when Lauren's name popped up on Diddy's jury selection list in 2024, that moment made everything boil over. Why would her name even be in that room? Let's make one thing clear. Lauren London wasn't just Nipsey's girlfriend. She was the link, the plug, the bridge between two worlds. According to Whack 100, she's the one who introduced Nipsey to Diddy. And while Whack's known for controversy, this claim matches Nipsey's own words. He said it plainly in an interview, but it wasn't a random introduction. Lauren had been orbiting Diddy's world long before Nipsey came into the picture. She was Cassie's best friend. She was often photographed near Diddy's crew. When Cassie and Diddy were together, Lauren was right there. When they split, Lauren stayed, but Cassie didn't. That alone raised flags. Then came the funeral. Nipsey was gone. The city was in mourning, and Lauren, somehow, stood tall. And guess who gave her the pep talk that made her do it? In 2022, she told Angie Martinez that Diddy was there for her all along.
Somebody pull you aside?
Somebody pulled me aside. Puff.
Really?
Puff pulled me aside and was like, look, bud, you have showed everybody what it looks like to hold a man down and to love him. Now show them what it looks like when it all crumbles. They'll show responsibility. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing that. But Puff was always, he's like a real brother.
Mm-hmm. He's been through a lot of loss too.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, you show up. Because he heard, I don't know who told Puff out.
Somebody call Puff. Somebody call Puff.
It sounded powerful until you remember. This is the man who's now facing federal charges for trafficking, abuse, and manipulation. So when he talks about teaching her how to show up in grief, it doesn't sound like support. It sounds like damage control. Even more unsettling, Lauren didn't say a word when Cassie's abuse footage leaked. That hotel hallway clip, the one where Diddy assaulted Cassie and dragged her like she was nothing, Lauren was silent. And Cassie was supposed to be her sister.
She's this, she's that, she's ever since. What about you, mama? Because you was best friends. You and Cassie was like this. You were best friends growing up. I always remember you and her together, connected. Where you at now, sis? Because ever since Cassie opened up her mouth about Diddy, y'all ain't peep. Lauren ain't say not a damn thing. She been quiet ever since. And I'm very big on conspiracies, y'all. So I heard the conspiracy about her, and Diddy, And like I said, a lot of y'all ain't gonna like me for that. Oh my God! Why you so quiet, sis?
So who was she protecting? Let's talk about the album. Victory Lap was Nipsey's masterpiece, his first and only studio album. It had the feel of an autobiography, a blueprint, a warning, and a celebration all in one. And according to Nipsey, it was already finished when he brought it to Diddy. Yet, Diddy always takes credit for it.
So you run the marathon, and Nip is, hard work.
Yeah, so he's a fan of hard work and also the entrepreneurialism. And he was like, man, I want like mentor me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nip had no ego. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me, I want to get in the risk, I want you to teach me all your, like your business secrets, you know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album, Victory Lap. Yeah, Victory Lap.
But that's not all. There was something even bigger that Nipsey had in the works. Something Diddy reportedly wanted no part of. The Dr. Sebi documentary. Dr. Sebi was an herbalist who claimed to cure AIDS, cancer, and other diseases using natural medicine. He was hated by the pharmaceutical industry.
It's like he's a herbalist.
Feared by the government, and eventually found dead in a Honduran jail.
So I definitely can debunk this. Like, so basically, Dr. Sebi or whatever, he one of the first people I ever learned about that beat the feds. Dr. Sebi went into a courtroom with a Bible, opened it up, read a verse, and walked out that bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's how hard he is. But basically, Dr. Sebi, bro, like, he just was trying to show people how to eat more healthy and, take care of your bodies with like remedies that would really cut out pharmaceutical companies. And by that, like, he was definitely a threat. I mean, but he still was an older man. But let's see, hold on, because I got to go back and hear what they say how he died. But yeah, let's listen to it.
Nipsey Hussle's last Victory Lap. Yeah, Victory Lap.
But that's not all. There was something even bigger that Nipsey had in the works. Something Diddy reportedly wanted no part of. The Dr. Sebi documentary. Dr. Sebi was an herbalist who claimed to cure AIDS, cancer, and other diseases using natural medicine. He was hated by the pharmaceutical industry, feared by the government, and eventually found dead in a Honduran jail under mysterious circumstances. Nipsey wanted to finish what Sebi started. He was planning a
He went to jail in Honduras and they found him dead. I never knew really how he died. But so they saying he was in Honduras in jail and died. Like, what was he doing? How did he even get arrested?
He was going to
period. Like, maybe America. Okay, yeah, I can get arrested for jaywalking. They was pulling people over today for crossing the road and shit. But yeah.
Expose what Big Pharma didn't want out there. And then, Nipsey started spending more time with Diddy. Jaguar believes that Diddy's sudden involvement in Victory Lap wasn't about music. It was about control.
And wanted him to stay away from Dr. Sebi's work. It was a blind corporation that bailed his murderer out of jail.
Now maybe that sounds like a reach, but you gotta remember, Nipsey's music was radical. He talked about ownership, community wealth, independence. The industry doesn't like that. So Diddy stepping in and saying there's room to continue producing, that sounds like more than just advice. It sounds like a stall tactic, and the stall worked. The documentary was never completed. Victory Lap became a posthumous legacy piece, and Diddy got to attach his name to one of the most respected albums in modern rap history without ever having to compete with it. Let's talk about Capricorn Clark because she isn't a household name, but in Diddy's world, she's royalty. She was his personal assistant, brand director, and loyal soldier for over a decade. She knew the plays, the freak-offs, the lawyers, the girl.
Yeah, Capricorn Clark, bro, she got down. They say she one of the reasons that Diddy basically beat most of the serious charges.
Everything. And she was also extremely close to Lauren London. Some even speculated they were related, but even without a blood tie, they moved like family, always in the same circles, always connected to Diddy's women. Then one day, Capricorn just disappeared. Officially, she left Bad Boy, but Suge Knight says Diddy put hands on her because she allegedly didn't warn him that Cassie was messing with Kid Cutie. That's how paranoid he was.
Hey, this AI that say Kid QD. It's Kid
Cudi. By the name Capricorn. He told Capricorn, Cap was keeping his stall low about if she's messing with Cudi or not. Project beat was that bitch. Not only did he beat this out of her, it was a Ensco person, the Ensco's check that paid her to settle or he would go to jail.
Fast forward to 2023, the day after the Cassie lawsuit was settled, and Capricorn drops a bombshell on Instagram. She wrote, "Black women end up being the sacrifice. Last 11 years of my life, I had to deal with everyone's nonsensical allegiance to the devil. I pray that ends. I don't think highly of any of you. Can't keep your head down, plus pretend-ish is cool no more. Do better." She didn't name names, but she didn't have to. Everyone who knew, knew. And since that post, Capricorn has vanished again. She's refused interviews. She hasn't spoken about Diddy once. And if NDAs were involved, that's understandable. But NDAs don't cover crimes. So why stay quiet unless it's still not safe? And what does this all have to do with Nipsey, Capricorn, Lauren, Cassie? That was Diddy's triangle of loyalty. 3 women who could move between his parties, his artists, and his enemies without raising suspicion. That's how you control a narrative. That's how you set up a man like Nipsey without him ever knowing he's being watched. And maybe that's why when Nipsey clapped back in that studio, the energy changed. Because for the first time, the man they were trying to contain refused to play along. And Diddy? He doesn't like that. Nipsey Hussle was a neighborhood hero, but his family was the backbone. And no one held that down more than Black Sam, his brother. The moment Nipsey died, Sam stepped into full protection mode, handling the estate, fighting for his legacy, keeping vultures out. But there's one thing he never publicly did: align with Lauren London. And that silence, it's speaking louder than ever now. After Nipsey's death, Sam was granted control of his daughter Amani's estate and was given legal guardianship over her, not Lauren. Meanwhile, Lauren was granted authority over their son Cross's share, including part ownership in the Marathon business. Now, on paper, that's just court logistics. But behind the scenes, people close to Sam say things were never the same between him and Lauren. There were no public call-outs, no interviews, no shade, but Lauren was noticeably absent from major business moves related to Nipsey's legacy. When Sam made both kids owners of the Marathon store, he thanked Nipsey's spirit, their mother, and the community, but not Lauren. And that silence has been consistent. Now ask yourself, why would Nipsey's own brother, the man who trusted almost no one, intentionally distance himself from the woman Nipsey publicly loved? Well, maybe because Sam heard the same whispers the internet's been screaming for years, that Lauren's connection to Diddy wasn't just unfortunate, it was suspicious. That she introduced Nip to Puff, that she stayed quiet after the Cassie tape, that she praised Puff for helping her grieve, when he might have played a role in creating that grief to begin with. And if Sam had doubts, he was smart enough not to say them publicly. And if
you know what I'm saying? I mean, it could be a thing, but I'm just saying, like, we don't know that for sure. Like, there's no evidence, because if that's the case, the way they was looking into Diddy, all this shit would have came out. Tupac, if he had something to do, even if he had something to do with Biggie, they would have looked at that shit thoroughly. But it's like what they said when they went to the house in Star Island, this nigga, they said they took all these videotapes and all that. Like, so honestly, I don't know. I think people might not know what they talking about. They might have not had took no videotapes out of there, because if they had had videotapes, but you never know. They could have had destroyed them. That's the conspiracy side of it. They could have destroyed the tapes, you know what I'm saying?
Diddy was involved, even just indirectly. You better believe Nipsey's brother peeped it before the rest of us did. It was March 31st, 2019. Nipsey Hussle was shot 10 times outside his Marathon store, in broad daylight, in his own neighborhood. The shooter was Eric Holder, allegedly someone Nipsey had known for years. But the circumstances don't sit right. Security was light. The exit path was wide open. No bodyguard blocked the hit. No one in Nipsey's circle stopped it. And worst of all, Diddy's name came up online almost immediately. This wasn't just a messy Hollywood friendship. It might have been a long con, and it ended with a king gone, and a lot of royalty still cashing in. They say power always leaves a paper trail, but what if the real trail is video footage sitting in plain sight this whole time? Because we saw the moment Nipsey challenged Diddy. We just didn't realize that was the last time he ever would. And yet there's still one more video no one has seen until now.
Style and substance in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0% APR plus 2,600 total value on this Sierra 1500 model.
April's not for sale.
You ever done hard time? Admit somebody?
You don't even get yeah, that's how. Yeah. Nobody has no erase that.
That was a sweetheart. Okay. You like John too, right? No. Yeah, you do. No. You be dancing tonight. I'm not dancing tonight. You be like that.
Y'all don't sit up here and act like y'all didn't know Ja Rule and P. Diddy was sleeping around.
Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room.
Pump got his towel. John grabbed his towel. They busted. Got all the diva. I got you. Damn! But it's been a homo. You know you do it. No. Starting clothes. I got the inside information, man.
50 Cent's level of petty is truly undefeated. This man just leaked a wild new footage of Ja Rule and Diddy, and let's just say this footage proves DMX was right about Ja. And if you don't know what X said, he basically claimed that Ja's on the DL, and he even exposed Ja's affair with his male stylist.
Starting clothes, one of them shows, got him execute on one of them. No, dog. Yeah, Ja Rule's trying, dog.
Now, when DMX was saying all these things, no one took him seriously. They just thought X was trolling because he had a nasty beef back in the day. But fast forward to now, and everything X said is accurate. So 50 Cent and he leaked a snapshot from a wild video of Diddy. And now 50's saying he's about to drop something even crazier in his upcoming Diddy documentary. 50's team revealed 50 wants to expose those old rumors about Ja being on the DL and hooking up with different men in the industry. And these rumors didn't just come from some random source. They came directly from DMX, who exposed Ja for sleeping with his male stylist. And that's the story 50 Cent plans to talk about in his documentary. Now, if you don't know how DMX exposed Ja, this happened back in the early 2000s when he went on a radio show and blasted Ja for being a fraud. DMX and Ja were beefing at the time, and X accused Ja of hiding behind his label boss, Irv Gotti, instead of confronting him directly.
I've heard. First of all, that guy's right. I said, man, Gotti, I'm saying, so when he put in his doors, just shut up on the finish for me, you feel me? Okay. Now, if Ja can't handle his own beef, then I understand. If he think, you know, he can help, then I understand. Other than that, man, he's just shut up on the finish, man, for real, man. And that's how I'm gonna drop this song called Goes Up, 'cause I'm just sick of the way he sounded like he sick of me all of my face, he get a fake head, you know? I'm just sick of all that. You know, I can't hold it in but for so long. And I'm trying every time I have an interview, or every time I'm on the street, somebody asks me what's up with him, kind of like me, man. Right. And then, I did it the respectful way, so I'm with the guy first. Like, yo, you know, word to speak to him, the man, very business. Out here, man. We live it now, man. I'm getting the whole way. We live it now. Well, that's what happens when you know what I'm saying? Don't want to face the truth. You get smacked with the truth.
But that wasn't the end of it. X then took it up a notch and claimed he knows for a fact that Ja hooked up with his male stylist.
Is there certain subject you gonna touch on this, or just like you just going at him? By being a homo? You know, you right? No. Yeah, man. Styling his clothes. I got the inside information, man. Send styling his clothes for one of them shows. Got him execute on one of them. No, dog. Yeah, Ja Rule's attorney, dog. Oh, my mama. Shout out, goddamn, Spider Lou. Oh, my mama. Talk about me, you can't be finished. That X is everything. Get it? The X is everything. Kill me. Yo, this is a big statement you're making here, man. You know what? Man, Ja Rule. This is mama. And then I want you. Give a man Ja Rule some X, and he'll you.
Now, if you know about DMX, you know he wasn't just running his mouth for attention. He knew what he knew, and he wasn't afraid to tell it like it is. And you know what else he said around this time? He went on another radio show and went off about rappers who executives for a deal.
Now, you got issues with the industry. What's going down with the industry, dog?
It's full of a bunch of riding, bending over the desk ass straight up like that. Whoever don't like it, bring it. Bring it. I don't give a. Bring it. They got this new breed of rapper that's paying DJs to play the. You know what I'm saying? They sucking the record label executive. It's like there's too much of that going on. Right. You know what I'm saying? Let me be me. Let me be the artist that I am and just play my music. You know what I mean? Exactly. Now they want you all up under this. You know, sitting at the going to dinner with them and that, and you know all that favor for a favor shit. I don't get down like that. Look, I'll give you the music. You give my money. That's it.
The crazy part is that this interview aired right around the time that Ja started partying with Diddy heavily.
You say you was partying with that boy heavily. Heavily.
I'm thinking of buying a house. A house? By yourself? Are you sure? Time that Jaw started partying with Diddy heavily. But this next thing is where it gets freaky. Shortly before DMX went on the radio and claimed he had proved Jaw hooked up with his male stylist, Jaw was caught in a hotel room with Diddy. Now, we didn't hear about this incident until much later when Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, spilled the tea and claimed Jaw and Diddy were freaking off in a hotel the same day Diddy went to buy some adult toys. Gene said he actually went with Diddy to shop for adult toys in Atlanta, and later that same day, Diddy flew to North Carolina to test those same toys at a hotel party with none other than Ja Rule.
Paper bag, when they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you gotta go put it on the counter and, show everybody what he's getting. So as he's going, I'm just looking at the places where he's picking stuff up. So there's one point he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I'm like, okay. He put them in the bag. And when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plug. And I like, hey, yo. I said, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said butt plug. He was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you can do it by yourself, brother. Next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. I opened the door and the dude said, you're here for my cousin. I said, who's your cousin? He said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he's busy right now. He said, you busy doing what? I said, he with Puff. They're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbed his towel, but they bucked naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, Jenny, that's my cousin. You know me well. And Puff was like, yo, Jenny, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja and said, yo, Ja said, you didn't want to go in that room. There was a lot of freaking going on.
Now, if this were just a one-off rumor, maybe we could ignore it. But stories like this about Ja keep popping up over the years. For instance, Jaguar Wright previously called out Ja for disrespecting his wife and even accused him of messing around with men. And get this, Jaguar claimed Ja was cheating on his wife with his cellmate while serving his 2-year prison sentence. According to Jaguar, Ja was already called to Diddy before he went in, and supposedly kept that same energy with his cellie behind bars.
I've been so polite with Ja Rule, you know?
Shit, what's going on?
Like, I've been so polite with that little
What the
there,
fuck
but
is going on, bro?
with all disrespect,
Shawty said,
you a punk ass dude. How you gonna go to jail and then turn on your wife for your cellie? Like, what kind of does that?
He chose his celly over his wife?
He dumped his wife. Yeah, he refused visits, told her not to come. He was right next to Canada. It was a waste of time and money. And then she found the letters of your boo loving up on your cupcake and cellmate, your little fruit. Open your mouth. Tell the truth. Gene was talking about you when he had to throw your cousin up there in the piano.
Yo, this shit alleged, y'all. This
She
ain't
did
no-
everything but
this
say
ain't-
your name. Why don't you say it? Why don't you say it? You like dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight?
In the pale moonlight.
The deed you
Hey,
looking at.
if y'all don't know,
Illuminati pick me dick.
That's with the devil in the pale moonlight. That's from the first Batman movie, bro. Like the one that was like, I think that was either the early 90s or 80s. But I think it was the early 90s. But I know they had an old Batman movie. I don't watch that one too though.
Tell the truth to shame the devil.
Sheesh, alright. So along with this whole
Go turn on your wife so you can play hide the soap. These got no respect for women. They ain't got no respect for women. Woo, they give birth to your children, they put up with all of your shit. They gotta listen to everybody gossiping about which, and the truth is and you probably suck better than your girl.
But here's where it gets even messier. Didn't just make up this story for no reason. She was going off of some info that came straight from Sean's wife, Aisha Atkins. Back in 2013, Clash magazine reported that Aisha was set to appear in the MTV documentary Married Life After Prison, and they claimed Aisha made the following comment in the doc. "He wrote all them love songs and still don't know how to treat a bee. We spent 10 plus years building our marriage, but it only took him 2 to decide he'd rather than be with his wife."
Damn. That's crazy. My bad, y'all. We got commercials.
This perfectly portable
We got
quick
commercials.
make any space fragrant and inviting. Be with his wife. And while this segment was cut from the shot, multiple outlets reported at the time that Aisha talked on camera about Ja's affairs with men. Here's one of those articles that quoted Aisha talking about how after Ja returned from prison, he told her that he was sleeping with his personal trainer. And not until later did she find out that not only was he a man, but his prison cellmate. Oh, and get this. The article also hinted that Aisha believed Ja had a crush on 50 Cent. It says, Aisha admits that she hopes this is just a phase, but is now convinced that the whole 50 Cent thing was not just a silly rap move, but more than likely a crush. Now, if all these stories were completely baseless, it would make sense for Ja to just ignore it and laugh it off. But guess what? Ja got super defensive and he went on a social media posting spree trying so hard to prove he's straight. Now, Ja eventually did manage to put those gay rumors to bed, at least for a while. He kept things low-key, focused on his wife, his business ventures, and stayed out of messy headlines. But once the whole Diddy drama exploded, it all came back to the surface. Suddenly, people were digging up old receipts, like that story from G Deal about Ja and Diddy in a hotel room. And the internet was in full-on gossip mode. And to make it worse, Ja didn't do himself any favors because he actually came out defending Diddy publicly. On March 5th, 2024, about 2 weeks before Homeland Security raided Diddy's properties and found thousands of free-pop tapes, Ja appeared on Piers Morgan and showed his support for Diddy. When Piers asked Ja directly about Diddy and all the wild allegations, Paul looked visibly uncomfortable and gave a pretty weak response, just saying he wished Diddy the best. But what really raised eyebrows was how he described the situation. Ja called the allegations unfortunate circumstances, totally downplaying serious criminal accusations.
What is the big controversy about, I think a guy's a friend of yours, which is P. Diddy, Sean Diddy Coons. What's your take on what's happened with him?
Again, man, you know, it's another black man in this industry going through some unfortunate, you know, circumstances. And so, you know, I wish him luck as well with everything he's going through. And, you know, and if there's victims in this, you know, I can't speak on things that I don't know about this, and so I try not to. I try to leave those things to those who do that. That's why people have podcasts and stuff like that. They talk about these things back and forth. I don't really get involved with that, but yeah, I wish everybody, you know.
And now watch how Ja got all awkward and tried to laugh off Piers' little joke about Diddy crashing at his place.
You know, so what's up, Faustine? I'm doing an interview, baby. I'm live on TV. I'll take y'all later. I'm coming down from y'all later. Yeah.
Who's that, Diddy?
But who?
Diddy or Fiddy?
Fausto. That's my guy, Fausto. You got jokes, Piers. I see you got jokes. See, I've never done an interview with you, Piers, and I don't really watch too many of your interviews, so I don't know your humor right now, but I'm getting it.
Now, let's think about this for a second. Ja going on Piers Morgan just 2 weeks before the feds raided Diddy's properties is super suspicious. Because why would any public figure with his own reputation to protect pop on international TV and basically pledge loyalty to Diddy? By that point, the hotel surveillance video of Diddy attacking Cassie had already gone viral, so this wasn't some tabloid rumor anymore. And yet, Ja chose to go on record and call the allegations unfortunate circumstances? That's definitely suspect. No celebrity in their right mind would say that. unless they were trying to get ahead of something. So maybe Ja wasn't just being loyal, maybe he knew the feds were closing in and was scared that one of those tapes at Diddy's house had his name on it. But fast forward to now, and Ja Rule's panicking once again after he found out 50 Cent is planning to drop part of one of those freak-off tapes with Ja in his upcoming Diddy documentary.
But think about it now, though. I don't think it's been because this video came out like a month ago. But think about it now, like this video came out a month ago, and if I'm not mistaken, P. Diddy, I think the ruling was like maybe 3 weeks ago.
Lay low, stay quiet, and maybe even lawyer up. But instead, Ja's out here poking the bear again and taking shots at Fiddy online. So in case you missed it, 50 Cent has been busy clowning his ex, Daphne Joy, who testified last week as Jade in Diddy's case. And Ja Rule just couldn't resist inserting himself into the mess. Jade testified about being involved in several of Diddy's freak-offs, including one bizarre scene where she, another big-name rapper, and his girlfriend allegedly watched Diddy's male escort hook up with a woman in a hotel room. By the way, rumors are now going around that this famous rapper and his girlfriend are none other than Kanye and Bianca. In fact, Diddy himself claimed this on Instagram by posting a photo of Kanye and Bianca with the caption, "That's why he was supporting Diddy. His A was out in Vegas with that little dirtbag. LOL." Now, this whole situation has nothing to do with Ja Rule, and yet he decided to jump in and troll Fiddy. Ja first posted throwback photos of Fiddy and Daphne Joy looking cozy on the beach. And while Ja didn't comment anything, he added a facepalm and laughing face emoji. However, Ja just couldn't help himself, and he later went back to troll Fiddy again. This time, he replied with a gif of himself to a fan on X who wrote, "Whack 100 tells DJ Academics that this Diddy trial is messing with 50 Cent mentally." This comes after he posted that Kanye West was part of the freak-offs with his ex. Now, so far, 50 Cent still hasn't clapped back at Ja. You already know he will. It's no secret that 50 can't stand Ja's whole existence, and he already made it clear that's his enemy for life. And this goes deep because 50 always believed Ja played a part in his 2000 shooting.
You like Ja too, right? No. Yeah, you do. No, you be dancing to that. I'm not dancing to that. You be like that. Okay. That's not hip hop. That's all. If you think that I'm dancing to that, we can make it in the club tonight. We'll see about that. Now, I'm sure you ain't dancing to nobody like Ja on the stage now. Can't make a show. It's finished, because I said it's finished.
So now, according to insiders tied to Fiddy's upcoming Diddy documentary, the only reason Fiddy hasn't responded on social media to Ja's recent trolling is because he's saving the real heat for the documentary. Fiddy's planning a full-blown...
Okay, so my question to y'all, so do y'all think that the Diddy documentary is still gonna come out by 50 Cent now do you think it's gonna come out from 50 Cent now? Because of how, he was judged in the courtroom. Like, what do y'all think?
Segment on Ja and Diddy's very close relationships, with receipts that allegedly go way beyond industry rumors. And that includes dirt on Ja's alleged past with different men, including his stylist and his former cellmate. And with Ja now throwing shade at Fiddy on social media, it's like he walked straight into...
Okay, so check this out, man. Y'all can get me in the Karma Cafe. I want y'all to like, subscribe, share, definitely hit notification. Appreciate y'all for coming through. I will be back. I'll probably do a live a little later on, and I might do some shorts. I need to do some shorts, and I'm pretty much gonna do some shorts. But yeah, I got y'all, man. I'm gonna hit y'all up. Peace on one.